Hi guys, this is Jerry again with a video about making PDF contact sheets. Now what these are small images, thumbnail images of any sort of files that you've selected within Lightroom, and you make them just like they would contact sheets on a normal sort of film negatives. They're smaller versions of selected images. Now you need to do this because I want to see your work in progress. Everybody's going to see your final images, your 4 to 6 finals that you post, or whatever is required by the assignment. But I, as your teacher, would like to see how you're attaining those, and I could also help you a little bit in terms of making choices and so forth, if you got some work to me ahead of time. Now, if you sent me individual JPEGs, I'd get swamped. So what these PDFs do, it allow you to put multiple images on the same page or multiple pages so that you can send me smaller forms. I have a PDF writer at home that I can go in and edit a little bit, make markups, and send them back to you, or make suggestions overall, or whatever. So these PDFs you're not actually going to post on Blackboard, you're going to actually be emailing them to me from your computer, sending them to me in an email. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So yeah, we'll save whatever we did there. Okay, great. Okay, so let's get on with it. I'm going to open up Lightroom here. And this is Lightroom 5 we're working with now. I went down to my computer in my studio, and I have Lightroom 5 installed there, which I wanted to use for the subsequent videos that deal with different actions that Lightroom does. So anyway, here we are. Let's open up my folders. Over here I'm in the library, and it left me just where I left off, in this particular folder. Let's see where we are here. Let's open up the folder. You can see that I have a lot of folders. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I have 5 hard drives with folders on them of images. So there are thousands. Right now, I have highlighted Borestone Mountain. This is the trip I took a couple of years ago in July up to a wonderful place outside of not Kingfield. I can't think of the name. Monson, I think. Yeah, outside of Monson, I think. Bodfish Valley, it is. Great place in Maine. Anyway, 285 images from in this particular folder. Now, if I made a proof sheet of contact sheets of all of these, it would take pages and pages and pages. And I don't want to see all of the images that you shoot. I want to see just the ones that you've edited down to perhaps usable ones. Something on the order of 40 to 60 images. So I don't want to see the 300 or 400. I want to see the 40 or 60. So let's do this. I've gone through this Borestone Mountain here, and I have actually done my rating that I showed you to do in a previous video here. And right now I've got my filters turned off here. Watch this. Now I'm going to go turn my filters on, and I'm just going to look at the rated images. So it got that... where are we here? It got that image number down to 153 from the 285. And even that is too many to do a proof sheet of for purposes of this demonstration video here. So here we go. I'm going to select a chunk of them, and I'm not being too particular about what chunk I select. Remember, you select the first one and then hold down your Shift key. And there we go. And let's see. I have I've selected 153. That's quite a few. Too many to do in terms of what we want to do here. So let's try to shorten that a little bit. And let's see. We're getting down here. 39 selected here. So we've got 39. Whoops. I'm going to make this a little bit longer here. We'll go up to 40. We've got 45 selected here. I guess I was okay up there in terms of all those right there. So we'll just go back here. Oh, let's take that entire patch right there. I'll stop it right before the cabin. So right now we've got 65 selected, which is not too bad. So 65 selected. Now we're going to make that into a PDF contact sheet, and we do that within the print module right up here. So I'm going to click on the print module. It's going to take me there, take us all there. And you can see that I've already had this set before, but I'm going to show you how I attained this. And I have 4 of these pages. These are very nice. You can fit more on a page or less on a page, but I think 20 on a page is just about right. Anything smaller makes it very hard to see. Gets a little confusing visually. Anything bigger, you just can't fit enough on the page. So 20 is a good number. So how do you attain that 20? Well, if you go up to the template browser up here and open up, I'll show you it's normally closed, open up the Lightroom templates and go down to the 4x5 contact sheet, which is what I've got set here. And there we go. Set it right on the contact sheet. I'm going to close that up. That's all you need to do there. I've got to make sure that the page is aligned in the right direction for these proof sheets. So I want to make sure it's in the, I guess they call that portrait mode rather than landscape mode. That's portrait mode there. So I did that through page setup down there, so that's okay. So now I go over here. It's very simple. I go over here and I click on printer. I don't even have a printer turned on or anything here. Oh, but by the way, before we get there, let's go up and look at some of these controls up here. The layout style should say the contact sheet. Image settings. You don't want to zoom to fill. You definitely don't want to rotate to fit. Otherwise, those verticals and horizontals will get all skewed and it'll drive you crazy looking at it. You don't want to have any of this on, actually, so we just turn that right off. The only thing you need to do is to set the contact sheet size and the alignment of the paper. Have the images selected, obviously. I'm going to click on printer. Now, none of my printers are hooked up. That's what that symbol means. It's not plugged in. So I'm going to go down here in the corner, and it says PDF. So I'll click on that, and I'll say Save as a PDF. So it pulls up a little dialog box to save, and I'm going to call this, let's see, I'm going to use my name. Okay, just as you should here. I'll call this mod.to images. How's that sound? Pretty good. Now I'm going to have this put right on my desktop so I can do with it what I want. And I'll click on that. Take a few seconds for Lightroom to create the PDF, and it happens faster than you realize. So there we go. So we're just about done. This task is completed, but it's just about there. So let's see how we did. So I'm going to quit Lightroom and open up the PDF we just made, and lo and behold, there we go. Now we can put the images off to the side so we can see we have different pages of images. It's that simple. So what you would do, you would just simply email me this PDF in an email. And if you get it to me soon enough before the final images are due, I can have a little time to get it back to you, to look it over and get it back to you. You will be emailing me your contact sheets anyway. So you can either wait till you post your images and email them to me, or you can get them to me sooner and I can check you off. But it's one of your required things. This is what I call the process part of the assignment. Anyway, more later, and it was great talking to you, and I'll have a little bit more as we get going.